All right. The crowd yelled for W, so W is the one we're going to do. I'm going to write it up here and go to blank paper. Negative 16 plus 101 equals 99. It looks like a bunch of highways to me. Okay. 101, you know, north-south, 99 north-south in the middle of the state. All right. So, that's the math. Here comes the English. This is our given. Okay? What do you do first? What's your first step? Isolate. What's it called? The variable expression. All right, and what is our variable expression? A over negative 16. That's the variable expression we want to isolate. So, who's A over negative 16 hanging with? 101. So what is 101's opposite?
Negative.
Negative 101. And we're going to add that to each side of the equals sign. So this one goes away. And it's easier just to leave it blank than put a 0 down here, so that's what we do. So we still have A negative 1/16. And what do we have on this side?
2.
Negative 2, thank you. All right? Now, what's the next step? We're going to, but what are we doing when we multiply? Isolate the, we're going to isolate the variable, and we can go on and actually say how. Isolate the variable by using, what are we going to use? The, what do we call it?
Denominator.
Yeah, and we call the multiplicative
Inverse.
exactly, multiplicative inverse. And the multiplicative inverse and then what's the coefficient in front of the number, the letter A? 1. Okay, so what's the multiplicative inverse of 1 negative 16th? Negative 16 over 1. So if we do it to one side, we're going to do it to this side. So now we have negative 16 over negative 16, which is 1. So we have now isolated the variable A. And what is A equal to? A equals 16 times 2? And a negative times a negative is a positive. So A equals 32. And that step was to simplify or solve. So we really only do 2 steps in a 2-step equation. Okay? Everybody got that? I want to do one of the word problems.
I don't understand.
Okay.
The
32, 16 times 2.
Okay.
And a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay?